Today's topic is going to hopefully help you. It also may challenge you, but this is something that the last 20 years I've been coaching literally thousands of people around this. I think I can help you with this issue. So today's topic is you don't have a consistency problem, you have this problem. You don't have a consistency problem. If you did, you'd be inconsistent in everything, but you're not. I've yet to meet someone who's like, dang it, I completely forgot to drink my coffee this morning. Man, I got to set a reminder or something. No, see, you're consistent at many things. Your consistency lies in one problem, and that problem is a belief problem. So for the last 20 years, I've been coaching people around being more consistent. People see me and they're like, holy crap, you're like super consistent and super disciplined. I can't really take credit for that because that's one thing I didn't learn. Now, I did learn how to go from terrified of public speaking to a world-class speaker. I did learn how to go from sucking on video to being decent, at least on video. I guess that depends on what you think too. I did go from sucking at sales to being world-class at sales and being a world-class trainer. In fact, a couple months ago, that award right there, the blue one, that is from the International Association of Top Professionals as the #1 rated sales coach internationally, right? But believe me, there was a time when I absolutely sucked at sales. So there's a lot of things I've had to learn. Discipline and consistency is not one of them. That is something God gifted me with. I delight in discipline. Right now, I'm talking to you, but I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow's morning routine, which is always the same. It's the same thing. I crave it. I adore it. I love it. I can't wait to get out of bed and do it. That is not natural. That is supernatural. God gave me that, right? So shout out to the big guy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. I did not learn that one. That is not on my efforts literally at all. Okay. But the people that I've coached that struggle with inconsistency, it always comes down to one thing. Now, there's different flavors of this one thing, but it's always one thing. Observations they made as a kid. So some of you, maybe you saw that if you struggle with consistency, maybe you saw your parents have a lot of money and then lose it. And maybe you faced public embarrassment and you went from filet mignon to ramen noodles and tuna fish, right? And if you struggle with consistency and that was your experience, there's a piece of you that's keeping you safe. See, your belief patterns aren't to just restrict you and just harm you. They're actually there to keep you safe from feeling the way you felt in the past. If you and your family had a bunch of money then lost it, there's a part of you that thinks, well, if I make a bunch of money, I'm just going to lose it too. What will you do? Well, you'll do the most efficient thing, not make a lot of money. How do you not make a lot of money? Just don't be consistent. Super easy. Why would you? Why would you? See, we won't progress towards something that we see as harmful. We won't do it. Maybe you had successful parents and they ignored you. They made you feel small, made you feel not wanted, made you feel not cared for. If you struggle with consistency, it is a very real possibility that you believe that if you become successful, you're going to treat other people just like they did you, and you don't ever want to be that person. We'll never grow into or progress toward that which we despise. Maybe you grew up and you saw your family snicker when the rich elite had problems. Maybe you grew up around people that just loved bashing the rich. What would happen to you in your relationship with your family if you became rich? It wouldn't be what you want. Or maybe you witness as a kid how your family members or perhaps even friends operated around money, and you have a belief in you that if you made a bunch of money, they would bum money off of you or ask you for money, and you don't want to be the bad guy. Instead of having to face telling them no, just don't have money. And what's the most efficient way to not have money? Just don't be consistent. So if you think that it's actually a consistency problem, then you'll study books like Atomic Habits. I don't know how many people studied Atomic Habits, didn't change anything. They're like, man, this is a really good book. Did you change your habits? No, because you thought it was a habit problem. It's not a habit problem. It's not a consistency problem. It's a belief problem. It's a safety problem. I had a breakthrough. I was about to go on stage at Funnel Hacking Live. It was in Nashville, Tennessee. There were 5,000 people there. And I'm out front and I'm talking with some people in Russell's inner circle that I had become friends with. And all of a sudden, something happened that I'd never experienced. I started having a panic attack. I'm literally talking with people and I start feeling my heart just, I feel like, am I having a heart attack? Like, I don't know what it feels like. Right. I rushed back to my room and I messaged my coach at the time and I said, hey, dude, I'm like freaking out. We get on the phone and he, great coach, and he walked me through some stuff and he helped me realize that I had a deep belief that if I let my guard down and started trusting people, they would betray me. So my body was physically responding to me letting my guard down and trusting people. For those interested, this came from in third grade. I was very, very betrayed by a guidance counselor. I told her about my abuse at home. He thought it was too outrageous because I shared some crazy stories with her. She told my parents, and that was a very bad day. She thought I wanted more attention at home. Oh, I got attention, just not the kind I wanted. That day in third grade, I set a belief that if I trust someone, they're just going to betray me. So my whole life, I kept everyone at bay. The first time I ever shared that was in New Orleans. Angel and Ryan had brought me in to do a team training, and I shared it from stage for the first time ever. I shared because I just discovered it. I remember one of my clients at the time came up to me and he goes, "Dude, that makes so much sense. I just thought you didn't like me." And it broke my heart because I thought, how many people have I come across as just a freaking jerk? And it was just me not even knowing that I was protecting myself. I was protecting myself from people who never hurt me, just assuming that they would. That's what led to how I showed up. See, I could have studied every relationship book on the planet. It wasn't a relationship problem. It was a belief problem. You can study every consistency book on the planet. You can study every habits book on the planet. You can reread James Clear Atomic Habits 52 times. Ain't going to change until you know what is that belief that I have about success. Because if you don't get that, then you ain't going to be consistent. No matter how many great checklists that you have or great daily routines or progress journals, you can get all of them. You won't be consistent. What is it that I believe that success will create for me in my life, good or bad? It's a belief problem. It's not a consistency problem. Now, on Instagram, I did share 4 very common reasons that people struggle with inconsistency. Feel free to check that out. All right. I hope this is helpful to you. I hope that at least gets you to think differently, because if you study habits, routines, and consistency without studying, hey, what is it that I actually believe about success? It's not going to change. So I want to save you a few years of chasing the wrong rabbit. I appreciate you so very much. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.